Hi, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for stopping by again. Today I'm gonna be talking about something that I find really interesting, something I love to travel. So today we're gonna be talking about travel. I love visiting so many places, and if you like to visit everywhere, you got to know how to save money, save money on your trips. And so today I'm going to be talking about traveling, tips and tricks before you book your next flight. So good thing you're watching this before planning your next trip, okay? I'm going to be giving you guys 8 tricks that I found so helpful. So this will be the first in my travel series, and I hope you guys find this helpful. In fact, I know you guys will love it, so hey. But before we get started, have you guys I noticed you've not subscribed. What are you watching? Why are you not subscribed? What else are you watching on YouTube? Please subscribe, hit the subscribe button, and also you will find some bell-shaped button somewhere. Please hit that as well, so you'll be notified whenever I post. So without further ado, let's get this started. What is my number one trick? The first trick is, girl, you gotta be flexible. So the first trick is really, you need to be flexible, either on dates, either on destination, on airports you're flying from. You just need to be flexible. That's the rule of the game. So you don't have to be flexible on these 3 things because, hey, I know you're working. I know you got things going on in your life and you don't always have control of your time. But man, many times if you are flexible on one, am I falling? on one out of the 3 or 2 or 3, the better for you. So the first trick, stay flexible. Stay flexible, okay? So that is the first. And the second trick that I have is go incognito, please. So when you want to search for flights on your browser, just click the incognito tab. Open an incognito tab instead of going with your normal Google Chrome or any other browser that you use. Go incognito, and this is just because when you search without going incognito, I think prices increase sometimes because the system sort of knows that you are really checking for that flight, and when a lot of demand is sensed, I think prices usually increase for that destination or for that flight. So girl, go incognito, please. Hit that incognito tab, and before you start checking for any flight. So that is my number 2 trick. Y'all with me? Yes. The third trick is, please use third-party sites like Kayak, like Google Flights, like Expedia. Use third-party flights and third-party sites to book your flights. Not to book, but first to check. And this is because they have these algorithms, and sometimes people that actually work on searching for flights, and most times actually, you get good deals on this site. So the trick is, start with third-party sites. Even if you don't book there, just check third-party sites like Google Flights, Expedia, to kind of have an idea what prices are looking like for those destinations and for those dates. And I also understand that some of these sites aren't obtainable in some parts of the world. Nigeria, for instance, I don't think Google Flights works yet because I was home this last Christmas and was disappointed. But yeah, you should try these third-party sites first. Okay, that's my third trick. Let's go on to number 4. The fourth trick is really what I've been doing. So I start from Google Flights. So start from Google Flights, and Google Flights, again, this is not sponsored in any way. We're sponsoring who? So Google Flights, I start there because with Google Flights, I like the display and the fact that I can look at like up to 2 months on the same screen, or 3 months sometimes, and see which dates are like the cheapest generally to fly to this destination. So I'll give you an example. If I'm considering going to Dubai, like anytime in March or anytime in May, I would go on Google Flights and search from my home airport to my destination airport in Dubai, and then it gives me a display of like, you could set it to be up to 3 months, even if you just want a month, to show you like which days maybe it's better to travel on Thursday and return on Saturday. You know, if you do that, it might be $200 cheaper than traveling on Friday and returning on Sunday. So Google Flights is where I start. Then when I start on Google Flights, I have an idea of like, these are the dates that are cheaper if I want to go from Lagos to Dubai, or if I want to go from New York to somewhere in Europe. I know the kind of dates to sort of have in mind, because budget is everything. You know, you feel me? You feel me? Yeah, budget is everything. You gotta know what your budget is. Then when I do Google Flights, I don't book those flights. I then go on Skyscanner. Yeah, with Skyscanner you can, and I'm going to link, throw in all these links that I'm mentioning in the description box for this video. So y'all should check that. So I go on Skyscanner and I set my home airport, and I don't set any destinations on Skyscanner, so it can even like tell me places that are cheap to fly to at this time that I'm considering from my home airport. So if my home airport is JFK in New York, I don't put in any destination, because I want Skyscanner to scan the internet and come back to me on what destinations that are cheaper for the time period that I'm considering. And if you're like me and you haven't like traveled the whole world, and you're still like open to destinations for a specific trip, that is the trick. That is something to do. So Skyscanner can tell you like, maybe it will cost you just $150 to travel from JFK to this part of Europe versus that other part. So that is the second site you should go to. So we've done Google Flights to check sort of an idea of dates, and we've done Skyscanner to kind of advise on destinations, and then I go to skiplagged.com. So Skiplagged kind of helps you. It's also a third-party site, and it checks for flights all over the place and comes up with like cheaper flights. But warning. Usually, I think from my experience, many of the flights or flight options you have on Skiplagged, many of the options you have on Skiplagged are budget airlines. So what does that mean? It means that you might not have like a carry-on free that comes with the flight. So you might not have food, you might have to pay for food, you might have to pay for your carry-on luggage and all of that. But if you are like super flexible and you don't care about those things, Skiplagged is like very good. I found it super helpful. It checks for flights, and usually the flights are cheaper than what I've seen on Google Flights, but you gotta act fast if you find something really great on Skiplagged. My number 5, y'all, you should know, travel light, baby. Travel light. What are you carrying? What are you packing? Where are you going? Okay, I know this is like sometimes so hard for we women when we have to like pack everything that we need for a whole month in one bag. Like, how does that work? I struggled with that a lot because I want to be quite comfortable wherever I'm going. So I'm gonna drop another video on what I put in my bag and how I travel with one backpack, and I can spend a month in a place with one backpack. Okay, your girl, I got you. So my 5th trick is really to travel light as much as you can. And this is because, like I mentioned, budget airlines, usually sometimes some are fine with you coming on with one carry-on luggage, but many of them, you have to pay for your carry-on. So Ain't nobody got money to pay some extra. Okay, we're saving the bucks. Okay, if you calculate like the cost of paying extra on those budget flights, like you book your flight for just $100, and then you have to pay for your carry-on, usually $30. That's 130 already for each leg of the trip, maybe. And you might find out that you're actually paying $60 extra, which you could have gotten a luxury, a normal airline, and you could have paid 150, which makes more sense than pay 160 on a budget airline. You get my flow? You get it? Okay, so my fifth trick is really travel light, and I'm gonna drop another video sometime soon, you know, random, about how I pack my bag for travel, especially when I'm going on all these budget airlines. Okay, that is it. Number 6 is set alerts. Okay, please set the alerts. I usually do Google Flights. I set the alert in case the prices, maybe I want to travel in 2-3 weeks and I didn't plan it before. Who does that? I do. Okay. So I usually set alerts on Google Flights to sort of notify me, especially if you have a Google Gmail account, to notify me whenever prices are cheaper than normal. My 7th trick is you gotta love layovers. Layovers. Hey, be open to layovers. And for me, like personally, this is the most difficult. I hate layovers, but you gotta be open to it. Okay, so and if you're already traveling light, layovers are a lot easier for you. Like you don't have to drag all the boxes and boxes to the bathroom and, you know, all around the airport. So be open to layovers, be open to long layovers if you are like traveling across continents and stuff like that. So 7th trick, be open to layovers. Okay, and my final trick, tip please. My final tip for today is have some snacks. Okay, and this is because many of these budget flights, food is not free, and you don't want to start paying so much, you know, in flight for these meals. So grab some snacks, and usually you might get water, but I'll just grab one at the airport as well, just so you're set. So those are the 8 tips I have for you guys today, and this is the first of my travel tricks. It's about getting really cheap flights. I'm gonna drop more videos about travel, or some of the things I do to travel for cheap. I'm gonna be doing videos on some of the amazing destinations that I've visited as well. Whoo! You enjoy this, right? You love this. I'm gonna post all these links on the description, in the description box, and thank you for staying tuned today. Like I said, I drop videos once in a week, so I'm gonna be waiting here for you guys to join me next week Wednesday or something. But click the subscribe button, and please click the notification bell so you'll be notified whenever I post. You know, as usual, I appreciate y'all being here. Okay, I can't do this without you. And yeah, have an amazing rest of your week. Signing out. Bye.